Croeso sianel Blaid Llwyd. It's a suitably spooky start to Socially Awkward for this Halloween video. If you do celebrate the holiday, I hope you're having a good one. As I speak, there's nothing much happening, but it will happen later, I'm sure. Unless it starts snowing, in which case all those little ghosts and ghoulies will stay at home. And I have to eat all the candy, which is terrible. Anyway, let's just pick this up where we left off last. Where Maccon has just seen Jayce without a hat for the first time. Oh, nice hair. What's our new fad kids are going for these days? Oh, I like it. Oh, it looks so natural. Well, the students are allowed to dye their hair. Yeah, whatever. I like how streamlined it is. Thanks. Oh. He hands you the cup of water he's been holding. Thanks. You did a good job today. The room is practically glowing. I put pride in my work. Oh, good motto. Did you get it from an anime or a cartoon? Oh, no, not from them. I got it from my dad. My dad used to say the same thing. He says, "Mijo, always have pride on your work. You'll never look back if you do." He imitated his father with a much deeper, sexy Spanish accent, which the narrator is completely incapable of doing. Oh, keep talking. I probably shouldn't think like that about the deceased. Oh, sounds about right. What's in the box anyway? Oh, these are some of my dad's old merchandise. Oh, that's neat. Oh, like what? Collars, t-shirts, masks. Oh, seems like a waste to store them. Nobody will buy these old things. Oh, I don't know. If you sell them online, all sorts of people would pay a fortune, especially if it's limited edition. What's the name of the show? It's... Oh, I forgot. How can you forget about your own dad's show? The sound of 1,000 face palms echoes throughout the void. It was a long time ago. Well, maybe if I take a look inside, I might be able to help. I've known a lot of shows growing up. Oh, I've just taped it up. It'll be a pain to put it back in. Oh. Well, I guess I'll ask David. Maybe he knows. Wait, don't do that. Huh? Why not? It's... Just... Promise me you won't tell anyone, okay? Is it? Porn? What? You know, dirty magazines with naked men. I mean ladies. Naked ladies, big oopas. You know, dirty magazines of naked ladies. I'm sure. Well, like I said, it's just my dad's old merchandise. Here. Maccon gently places the box in front of you and presses his nail on the tape. He hesitates, taking in deep breaths before penetrating the seal. You sit on your rump and scoot close to the box for the reveal. The box is filled with merchandise, all covered in plastic and a layer of dust, just as Maccon said. Collars, t-shirts, and small-sized wrestler masks, neatly organised. Wait, is this what I think it is? Flipping over the once organised masks, you come up to a specific orange one with black stripes on the edges with white fur on the rims of the neck. It is! It's an El Tigre Lobo kid mask. I had one of these when I was a kid. I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah, I love that show. I used to sneak in my sister's room to watch it while they're asleep. Or because the channel plays at 9 p.m.
I do that too with another show. Except it's through my neighbor's window.
Oh, no TV at home.
We do. But you should never take away your mom's telenovela. So we did the next best thing.
We?
Yep, me and the neighborhood kids. We gathered around to this rich kid's window to watch his big screen TV.
Well, that's nice of the kid.
Well, he didn't know we were using it. We kinda stole the remote.
Oh ho ho, little miscreants. What are you watching?
An old Japanese anime. Heaven Ball Z.
Oh cool, I watched that when I was a kid as well. Too bad I couldn't understand a single thing though. But the fighting scenes were neat.
No subtitles.
Unfortunately, I got the dub version.
Not in English.
Oh, Tigrish.
Tigrish, you're from the eastern states.
Oh, East Central. My dad's a Tigris, my mom's a Felicia.
Oh. Guess you got more from your mother's side of the family. Oh, like me. But wow, what's it like over there?
Oh, Prestige is all smoke and mirrors and the food's horrible. Everyone picks on you for being different and you'll suffocate from all the rules and regulations. It's pretty much a glorified happy wallpaper plastered on a wall of obscene graffiti. I don't tell my dad he really likes his old apartment. And the people there are so racist, don't ever try to live there. Again, don't tell my dad I told you this. It's also part of the problem.
Maybe you shouldn't tell me in the first place.
He's right, you've been telling this hot buff stranger almost everything that pops out of your head. He's right. I'm not usually this open to new people. It's those pink pepperonis. They did this to me.
But I won't tell.
Huh? Oh, thanks.
How'd you meet Tom, by the way?
Me and Tom, why'd you want to know?
I'll call it curiosity.
I think I first met him on one of my visits to Granny. He was taking care of her while I still lived in my dad's place. Doing groceries and watching TV.
Oh, that's adorable. Grannies are the best. They cook for you and give you sweets whenever you visit.
My granny doesn't cook. But she does bring a lot of snacks whenever she goes out.
What does she do?
My granny? Well, landlording, I guess.
A landlord, huh? Oh, guess that whole block is yours then. Wow, 5 apartments. You're a rich kid, aren't you?
More like a slave.
What? How can that be? Your family owns 5 apartment buildings.
For 5 families. Granny has 8 children.
Mio. Just like my abuela. Ah, bless her soul. Well, if the whole neighborhood is my family. Literally.
Oh, now you're a rich kid too.
I guess I am. Why is Tom looking after your granny? What about his granny?
You shrug. I know, he never talks about his old family.
He's pretty reserved when it comes to family. He didn't even mention he has a brother. Old family.
Your heart begins to race. You said something you shouldn't have. Oh shit, was I not supposed to talk about that? Oh shit, Tom's gonna kill me. I mean, he didn't tell me not to. I don't know what's getting into trouble.
Before you explode, Maccon stops you with a hand on your shoulder. Oh, it's okay if you don't tell me. It must be something really big if you're panicking over it.
Well, it's not a big deal, but... Yeah, not gonna look like you're tossing in the mouth. thanks. But I can tell you this one at least.
What's that?
Oh, Tom and John are adopted. You wiggle your fingers for comedic horror effect as you say, dum-dum-dum.
Yeah.
It seemed your little surprise performance wasn't amusing. A tiny part of yourself cries in shame.
Yeah. That was a little awkward.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was cute though, but timing wasn't there. So, how'd you figure it out? Did he tell you?
Oh, nope. His adopted parents invited my family over a neighborhood get-together barbecue.
Ah, so they're another race.
Yep.
Are they Familis or Lupus?
A Familis.
Are they a Poodle?
Nope.
Chihuahua?
Nope. We're close.
Shiba Inus?
Wrong country.
Oh, I give up.
Terriers.
Oh, now I have another thing in common with Tom.
What's that?
Looking down at his family in a nice way.
That's adorable. A memory surfaces from your mind of a teenage Tom looking down at you with a smile, reaching his hand towards you. Maccon stares off at the window and flicks his head towards an old dusty clock by the wall. You notice him doing so and check the time with your phone. 5 o'clock. Oh, it's already 5. I should probably head out before it gets really dark.
You should.
Maccon rocks his ass off the floor, standing up without using his hands.
Sorry for keeping you for so long.
Oh, that's alright, I had fun talking to you. You hop on your feet and dust off your butt.
Oh, me too. I love making new friends. Want to exchange phone numbers? I'd like to keep tabs on David if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. But in exchange for my spy work, you have to personally train me.
Yeah, of course. But I don't have to finish my other paying clients.
Excellent. Sure. He dials around his comedically tiny feature phone, hands it to you with his number on the screen. Hello, stereotypical love plot. I'm so blessed. After you dialed in your number, Maccon tilts his head to the left. He seems to be looking at your right foot. Looking down your feet, you found your answer. It was the condom. It must have dropped out of your pocket.
Oh, someone's getting lucky.
Oh, wait, this is what it looks like.
No, I know exactly what it looks like.
You do?
Yup. You're gonna have the best night of your life.
Huh?
Oh, go now. Don't let him wait.
He rushes you up the door with a goofy grin on his face.
Hermanos, and have it.
Hey, espera un momento. He elegantly goes over to a pile of boxes and digs out what appears to be a hidden plastic container. He opens it up and picks out what appears to be a sealed bottle container.
Well, take this.
He hands you the sealed bottle of strawberry-scented lube.
Well, have fun.
He pats you off to the door as he merrily continues cleaning the room. Back at the apartment, already in your sleeping garments, lack thereof, you'll contemplate on what to do with the lube and condom in your bag. You're staring at your bag, wondering what the heck just happened. David and Maccon just provided you items for safe sex. Are they in on this? And who is this person they're expecting you to have sex with? All these questions just makes you sleepy. Wednesday, 2:53 a.m. Waking up from the movement of the earth, you feel the house shake in your bed side to side. Earthquake?
You wait for the quake to pass, listen to any cracks or expected tumbling. Then it stops. All goes silent. Not a chirp from the crickets, not a creak from the door, not even the hoot from an owl.
Guess it's over. Can't sleep.
You decide to head down to the kitchen and find something to eat. Opening the fridge, you find a single egg on a tray.
Yeah, not up for eggs.
Feeling groggy from the adrenaline coursing through your veins, you decide to take a seat in the living room, thinking about what to do while bathing in the moonlight.
Sure is bright tonight. It's almost as if someone turned up the brightness. Is it morning already? But it's still 3 o'clock. Did I oversleep? Well, that's odd. The room looks so different. Barely any colour.
Peasant! A strange, statically yet coherent voice echoes out from the walls of the room. Peasant! Peasant!
Hello?
Go in fear, mortal! Your special mug that you won from the spinner wheel at the mall is shaking in midair.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You done?
Are you not afraid?
I would have been until you started making weird ghost sounds.
Preposterous. I've been doing this game for over 20 years. Peasants cower and tremble from this.
Wow. You need new material then. Now get out of my house.
It can't be. I've been looking forward to scaring the living.
Get out. Give me that before you break it. It's my favourite mug.
You snatch the cup from the air and wave your hand around it, checking for the string.
Huh?
To your surprise, there was no string attached.
Well, you must have detached it when I snatched it away.
Who are you to command, peasant? I demand to see your lord.
Why don't you show yourself so I can hit you with this book, Karen?
My name is not Karen.
I don't care. I'm calling the police if you don't get out of here.
Call the militia. I will show them the power of a magus. And so you did. What are you doing with that object on your ear?
911, what's your emergency? A weird magician broke into my house and is playing a prank on me.
Weird.
Hello? Hello? Hello, do you need assistance? Yes, I need assistance. Hello? Ow, son of a...
The call disconnects right after you hear the operator throw a headset away. You look down the phone wondering why the operator screamed in pain. He dialed again. Same thing happened. This time it sounded like the operator's headset shocked him.
Where'd Get your reinforcements now, peasant. What did you do to the phone? What in God's name's the phone? Oh, stop with that stupid D&D medieval accent. I don't know what you did to the walls of the phone, but I'm not playing around. Do not mock me, peasant. What the hell?
A fiery blue ball of flame appeared out of nowhere.
I do not tolerate false accusation. You're a real ghost. How dare you? I am no mere ghost. I am. Where are you going?
You started running the stairs as soon as the demon starts monologuing, fearing it'll kill you once he finishes like every villain in a movie.
Such insolence.
That much thought, you hop over the rails and bolt for the kitchen. But it's too late, and the fireball blocks your path.
Not only have I not been given the proper respect, but a peasant dare to call an army against me.
Please, why are you doing this?
To teach you a lesson, and to tell your master it does not meet my demands. I will burn this castle down. I will burn this castle down, lad. Just a second. Come on. A little more. So, how's the weather?
You rush to the altar and grab the second holiest weapon at your disposal.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to leave at once. You dare command?
The room begins to shake once more. This time the room started shifting from grey to colour.
It's actually working. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to leave this place at once. Oh, I did it. I cast a demon out of my own house.
You place the holy relic back at the altar and give a small prayer of thanks.
Thank you, Lord, for driving the evil away. I'll forgive you the time you sent the rats on my pet chicken. Amen.
Well, this was a weird night. A knock on the door, you see colours shifting from red to blue behind the door. Scurrying to the peephole, you find a familiar golden Labrador and the German Shepherd policeman waiting outside by the door.
Police? Why are they here?
Looking around the room, you notice the telephone isn't set properly.
911 call. Wait, am I supposed to explain to them it was the demon who came after me? I don't believe in that. This is the police. We received a 911 call from this address. Yeah. I have to tell them something.
You grab the knob with shaky hands and turn it open.
Oh, thanks for coming, officer. Are you the one who called? Yeah.
Are you in trouble?
Not anymore. I can't just tell my ghost trying to threaten my life. Care to explain why you called 911 early in the morning, kid?
The police who's talking seems to be a little agitated. Probably because, as you just said, it's early in the morning.
Hey, you're Haley's kid, aren't you? Oh, yes. How'd you know my mom? That's me, your neighbour, Uncle Butters. Don't you recognise me?
The Labrador seems to brighten the mood, like his serious-looking partner whose judging eye says you did something wrong to him in a past life.
Sergeant Butters, this is not appropriate behaviour for your rank. Yeah, I know Miss Haley's kids more than anyone in the department, Officer Hans.
So, I respectfully ask that you follow protocol.
Yeah. Is this your first time calling, son? Yes. The sergeant picks up his notepad from his back pocket and clicks his pen. All right, I need you to tell me your name and reason you called 911. Where's Jayce? Ah, that's right. You're a third kid. Oh, you've really grown. Do you really not recognize me? Oh, sorry. But you do look familiar, sir. Sarge. Yeah. Now, Jayce, here's what I need you to do. Tell me exactly what happened tonight, and Mr. Grumpy here won't have you put in jail. Sergeant Butters snickers as his partner rolls his eyes and sulks. Okay. But I won't get into trouble, right? The culprit kind of disappeared. As long as you tell me and Officer Grumpy here the truth, no. There's a weirdo hanging around my apartment. He was shouting something. Oh, what did he shout? Well, I don't know exactly what he was shouting. It sounded like he was role-playing as a wizard. Was he drunk? I can't tell him he was dead. But maybe he was drunk and dead. Maybe. He scribbles down his note. All right, last question. Phew, almost there. Do you know where he went? No, he's gone by the time I got off the phone. Yeah, I have to run off into the forest. Probably with those kids again. All right, we got everything we need. Are you going to tell my mom? Nah, you're not alone now, aren't you? Living on your own? Where's your sisters? We're abroad now. Oh, yes, the infant your mom already finished. Nursing, right? You be good, okay? Well, yes, thanks, officer. Butters. He ruffles your hair before leaving you alone to your own devices. Phew. Looking at the cross, you can't help but take it with you upstairs to bed. You went back to the altar. Better take this as well. So now you get an idea of why the title screen has changed. That's really interesting. And by the way, Monchi did mention that this has been planned from the start. This is no sudden change in direction. So I'm really interested to see where we're going with this. So I really hope you enjoyed this. As I said, it's an odd double video weekend, but I decided to do a couple because we were a bit behind on stuff. And as always, if you would like to help support Monchi, you can do so. There's a Patreon link down in the description, and also the itch.io to download Social Awkward for yourself. And if you have even more money and you supported Monchi and all the other VN creators and you still want to give more, if you're crazy enough, you can always support me if you like. I don't mind. If you have the money, I'm not going to say no. But plenty of people are. Thank you, all of you. Much appreciated as always. And they include my top patrons: Grizz, Evan King, David Taylor, Samuto, Ryan Hall, Anubis Silverwind, Ida Corval, Brandon Bradford, Bastian, Lark Huskerton, Marcus, Kopi, Kunamulla, Tiger Cub, Sindri Dragowolf, Dissonance, Besuksu, Cobus Vissa, and Kartek. And thank you for watching, and also quick thanks to Monchi for doing all this. I'm really enjoying the Socially Awkward Monchi. And hopefully at some point, not too distant future, we can bump into each other on the FEN server readings. So I hope to make one at least December, if not November. We'll see how that goes. But until the next video, which, if everything goes according to plan, will be dipping in finally to Backbone. It's a short non-BN series there. And then we'll be having something. See, where are we here? It's the end of August. So the next VN up will be Far Beyond the World. And you've all been waiting for it, and it's a long one. So you'll have to wait till the weekend for that, because I am not going to have time after work to record it. So that's something to look forward to. We've got more Eden's Reach coming out. We're back on Dawn Chorus. There's more Password. There's lots of fun things coming out this month, or next month.
if you're still watching on the 31st. Or last month if you watched in December and you haven't caught up with me. Let's just say it's November 2021. Okay, let's get all that. And since you're all getting tired of me talking and disappearing, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now. And of course, Social Awkward was created, written, and sprites drawn by Monchi.